Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for January 7th, 2016. Attleboro-based New Hope Inc. has begun the year by taking steps towards advancing its mission. The organization was one of 6 domestic violence and sexual assault prevention organizations selected by the Attorney General's office to receive grant funding for bringing prevention services to schools. This is part of a broader program called Game Change, and to learn more we spoke with Director Marcia Szymanski.
Game Change is actually a statewide program that's being funded by the Robert Kraft New England Patriots Foundation. And the idea with the Game Change program is to really do some intensive prevention work in schools to really look at breaking the cycle of violence around domestic and sexual violence. So New Hope is one of 5 domestic violence and sexual assault service providers across the state that have been chosen to actually partner with schools and with the Attorney General's office and Northeastern University, who conducts a Mentors in Violence Prevention program, to provide these services to schools in our area. So the program basically works in a number of ways. It's basically a peer model, and what it focuses on when it's implemented is really on increasing the knowledge base around gender-based violence, helping folks to explore their attitudes about gender-based violence and really develop some healthy attitudes around violence, and then finally to do some skill building, providing some really hands-on scenarios about how do you respond. It looks a lot at bystander intervention and helping people understand how they can intervene and ways they can make a difference in terms of, particularly in school communities when they witness violence. The other thing about the program is that it really does focus on not just students, but teachers, administrators, parents, so that if you look at public health models of prevention and ecological models of prevention, it really focuses on individuals, relationships, and communities. And so it's really a comprehensive program. So the first phase of this is really the training, sort of a training of trainers to really begin to implement this program. The second phase, which is where New Hope will really be involved, is to really go into the schools and then actually help this project get launched and then to continue on the work after the MVP trainers have moved on. Because what we know about prevention is not a one-shot or a two-shot deal. It's really something that you have to build into a community over time that eventually is about changing the social norms about how people think and feel and how they respond to violence, and in this case gender-based violence. So that's a little bit about the program and what we'll be doing. And it really fits into what New Hope is trying to do, because we have had a very small prevention program that's funded through the state over the years, and we've worked a lot with schools, particularly Taunton High School, I believe, in Wheaton College, where we've really tried to do some intensive programming and intensive prevention work. And I believe that this model will help us to really expand those efforts and to really help create something that's more systemic and can really reach into communities beyond the schools. So we're very excited about the program. We're very excited to be collaborating with the AG's office, with the school systems, and Northeastern University. If other schools are interested, again, there are certain schools that are part of this program. We are certainly always open and willing to working with other school systems, because we are going to be learning this model. We hopefully will have the capacity and the ability to take this model and bring it forward to other schools, other groups that might be interested in violence prevention work. We really see New Hope moving in the direction of trying to be more active in the prevention front. We've spent 36 years developing a lot of evidence-based services, direct services to victims of violence, but we really are trying to expand our plate, I guess, in terms of really trying to be more aggressive on the prevention front. So I would just say, if there's any groups or schools out there listening and they're interested in learning more about our prevention work and partnering with us, we certainly would welcome those conversations.
That's it for today's update. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.